let's see what your reading is for today. This is a timeless reading, so feel free to revisit this anytime that you feel called to do so. As I started meditating for this, I got a strong energy coming forward. It's a feminine energy, and the message is that you deserve to have a strong feminine in your life. It feels very powerful, and this could be a person coming through in your life, or this can be the deepening of a connection or a recognition of a female guide. So there's going to be a strong feminine that's going to be entering into your life or revealing themselves in a deeper way. And the message with that also is that you deserve this. You deserve to have this strong, nurturing, enveloping feminine energy to surround you and comfort you. And I'm seeing the word liable. And so that could be another confirmation for something in your personal life, but this is also, it feels like this feminine is going to take on some sort of emotional responsibility when it comes to you in the terms of comfort, of compassion, of love, and I'm seeing motivation. So the presence of this energy is going to motivate you to become more structured or fixated or driven towards a particular goal. There's a path that you've been wanting to take or you have been taking, and if you have been taking it, it doesn't seem to be as focused at this time. And the introduction of this female is going to, I'm seeing the color yellow. I'm seeing a lot of yellows. And then they're showing me dandelions. It's going to invoke a sense of focus, drive, hope, and joy when it comes to this particular path. Okay, so let's just come out. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Moon, Star, Temperance. Okay, Protecting Treasure. And Peaks of Joy coming together. I'm hearing you're here to feel this. It's like this, the water. You're here to feel this watery energy. You're here to feel the water. You're here to feel what's deeper, but then as I was feeling into that, I felt her, but the way that she surrendered into the water feels like she's a baby, right? She's being carried in the womb. And we have soul name. And at the bottom of the deck, we have soul family. So this female that you're connecting with is part of your soul family, and I don't know if it's their primary role. At this time, your connection with them is to further introduce you to a deepening of your spirituality and the modalities that you use to deepen your connection with spirit and with the understanding of who you are as a spirit. And I'm seeing even the interconnected, it's not just the interconnectedness, it's about the threads, the woven threads of how you're connecting to people close to you in your life and the people that you're connecting with in general in the physical, right? You're connecting to me in some way, right? You're connecting to other people that you watch. You're connecting to people that you drive by and look at. So there's a deepening of your awareness and your connection, your mental connection, and the processing that you have. And it feels temporary, but it's temporarily being highlighted to you because it's another thread of how you're motivated to do what is coming up for you. There's something that you're going to be you're becoming more motivated to pursue and motivated to do. But this functions as part of the greater whole. So, for example, your deepening of your connection to spirit and maybe just how you present yourself or how you even process things mentally when it comes to your spiritual gifts and your spiritual awareness, that is helping you on a task that you have with regards to, let's say, a business idea. And this business, but the point is that this business idea on the surface really does not have much to do with spirituality. Like, this would not be, I'm opening up a crystal shop. It would be something completely different. Or it's like, a golf cart business. you're renting and selling golf carts, right? It's like something else, but it's functioning like this is the umbrella that serves the practical aspects of your life, and it's not going to be shown to you. I'm seeing that this is hidden from you, okay? And it's hidden from you in the sense that we're providing you with these hints and whispers of us and of what kind of is created as your essence and your core being or your identity and how you show up in the world and your energy. Because people, when they meet you and they're on the same wavelength, they're gonna already know that you two vibe. And that's the important part. So it's like your career or your projects or something like that is very important and that is functioning, but there's something about how you show up in your essence that's going to be really important in the next coming months, like 3 to 6 months. There's going to be something important here with regards to like shaping that or refining that in some way. I'm just seeing someone who's into like pottery or like, soapstone carving. They're showing me like Asheville, North Carolina, where there's just like a lot of artists. So it's just a very artistic kind of person. And I don't know if that's exactly how you are, or this is more of just showing me. And then I saw the word ages. And so it feels more like it's just more like it could be you by, it feels more symbolic, like, you know, I can point out, right? I think is when you see an artistic person and like the way that they carry themselves, it's very freeing and expressive, even if they're not wanting to be, right? Like even when they're more pulled back, they can't help it. Right? So it's like you can't hide your vibration. So it's kind of this kind of feeling here, but anyway, there's some other messages coming through that we want to we're trying to talk about here. So this is obviously a very powerful spread, very positive, but there's so many. It's like it's so good, and then there's hidden pockets of even more beautiful treasures, beautiful surprises. And it does feel, so the pull of the moon is very significant here, and it's the moon in the water and then the cycles, right? And how that connects to us as a whole. And the peaks of joy. So this comes through, and it's interesting because it does feel very uplifting, but it feels pulled by gravity. But the pull from gravity feels like a good thing. It's like, I want this grounded. I want this to be something that I can track, right? It's like they're showing me like who, I don't know who they are, but I would say like Einstein. It's not Einstein. It's like I have a deck over there. Anyway, it's just like men from the past. That's who they're showing me, but it's men from the past. And how there's like a mathematical equation or scientific explanation, right? But it's like, well, it's more mathematical is what they're showing me. Where I can track this. I can make sense of this, right? So like with the gravity, it's like, oh, it took me however long to fall, right? So it's like there's like a technicality that is measurable here. But then it's this blend, because I'm seeing her clouds surrounding her. That's LA, and they're showing me Hawaii. And so then they're showing me like the symbolism connected to the lei. And not only that, but the strong culture of the Hawaiians and how, and then they're showing me the rainbow, right? There's a rainbow. So it's growing, right? What I'm talking about, this is growing, in the sense that it's like, it's a communion I'm seeing here. It's a spiritual communion, but it's bridging from the spiritual and the worldly, and it's giving me the same type of vibe of going from I'm in nature to I am nature. And what does that mean for me? Kind of thing. It's like someone who, are you following me with that? Or is that little, like, I think you're following me with that. There is a sense of nervousness. Like I get this feeling where it's, like a striking, it's a feeling of striking. And something striking you, and and your response is nervousness, immediate nervousness. But then it's a quieting and a softening of, okay, like it's a come together kind of feeling. Like, okay, so for example, if you were going for a hike, okay, and you're saying, okay, I'm in nature, whatever. And then you're like, no, I'm of nature. I am nature. And then instead of the birds fluttering away when they see you or they hear you, some of them stay. And you're like, that's a sign. And then some of them fly away and you're like, wait, am I not balanced? Am I not grounded? Am I seeing myself in nature? And it's like, no, because even a deer would go by and it would scatter. So then it brings you back in and you reaffirm, I am nature. And then a bug bites you. And it's a bug that would normally never bite you. And you're like, oh my goodness. And that's this jolting feeling. And you're like, wait a minute. That is another confirmation that I am of nature. And it's like this feeling, it's almost like a silly feeling, like, oh, this is actually a really good thing. I am now solidifying in my mind that I am nature, and I am able to process and see things in a different way that maybe if I came into this in a less grounded or even a less aware state, then I would have misinterpreted what these feelings and images and symbols and signs are that's coming in for me. And so that's where this all starts to literally come together for me, right? So there again, when I say this, it brings back the moon, and then it brings her cauldron here. And so you might be doing some sort of ritual when it comes to the moon. It could just be some sort of spiritual ritual. I'm also seeing a little bit more when it comes to that ritual and the moon. And I'm seeing, it's again like an awareness and a deepening of feeling, knowing, understanding. It's a wholeness, like I'm whole and nothing can shake me, nothing can move me, nothing can change that about me. And then it's like I see a sign. It's like I see a sign that I've always communicated with, right? It's like a feather. Like I've always, when I see a feather, I know that this means something, right? But then suddenly, it's like suddenly over a short period of time. This is not a jolting feeling like I was talking about. This is like that comforting. And I'm also seeing the word conforming. So it's a comforting and conforming feeling, because the conforming feels like I was talking about with this feminine energy enveloping you. It's like I conform to the shape of you, right? As a hug, as a shelter, as safety, as nourishment, as amplification of your light, of your spirit, of the sacredness of who you are and what you're even doing and what you're doing here. And so when I see this sign that I've always associated with something, I'm seeing the interwoven, the interconnectedness of that. It's like instead of going from feather to that's a sign, right? Like let's say that's confirmation. It's all of a sudden automatically teleports me, or it's like, how do I explain? It's like then I start seeing my guide. When I see the feather, I can see, I suddenly get transported into the 5D, right? Or not transported, but then it gets revealed to me, right? So it's like I'm walking, I'm living in the 3D, and I'm only visually and analyzing things at the 3D level at this time. I'm fully aware of the other things and they kind of come in and out, right? But that sign suddenly becomes a portal to the other worlds, or to the other dimensions. It's not the other worlds, it's like other dimensions. It thins the veil automatically, in the sense that it elevates you just automatically, right? But it feels like a smooth gliding up. It's a smooth transition. So again, it's like automatic, but also gradual. And it's like now that symbol or that sign has somehow changed for me. It's evolved for me. It's it's elevated its purpose for me. I'm seeing a balancing out of something that the way they're showing me is entering my bloodstream. And so it's like something troubling has been in my blood. And I have been changed. Since then, I have changed for the better. I've improved. But I still carry that residual weight, or I carry it in me in some way. And now it's balancing out. It's balancing out in the sense that it's detoxifying from you, and it doesn't define you or limit you in a physical way that it may have prior to this. So if there's a practical reason why it would hold you back, then it's becoming more balanced where it's not happening anymore. And I'm seeing the queen, they interrupt and they say, you're the queen of emotions. I see there's the water crown, so it seems like that. It's like you're the queen of this. And it's the bending. Sorry, it's the bending of the water. It's the bending of the water and the pulling of the stars. I can bend water and pull the stars. Manifestation, I would say. I'm seeing as you tap into your emotions, the frequency, it's like your tears, okay? So if there's like a lot of crying involved or just a lot of kind of deep emotion like that, there's it's like magical water. Maybe you have magical water. Why is it showing as tears though? I'm seeing it tears, but then they show things like Florida water when I say that. And then they showed, but before they showed the Florida water, they showed like a baptism, and they showed the holy water. So they're showing it all different ways. So I think they're just trying to cover all their bases, honestly. Your guardian angels are like, you know, the powerful water that surrounds you. When you have but it's like when you are focused, right? So like if you're crying, it's like this focused energy, right? Or if you're praying, focused energy. If you're, well, all of it is praying. So it's all of this, it's like a focused energy towards this magical water. It becomes magical, right? Because it's infused with your energy. And you have this ability to bring it, you're bringing the stars in, you're bringing them down into this world, you're bringing them in. And the stars, they represent something that's far away, right? They're far away and hard to possess, or like not possess, but like hard to like imagine. It's like hard to imagine. The possession is like, no one wants to possess, no one wants to own a star. I mean, maybe they do, but I'm saying in this analogy, it's like no one really wants that, but they want to understand it. Like they have a need or desire or to understand it and bring it closer. Right? Like, I would love to do that. I would love to understand the stars. I would love to see it up close. You have the ability to bring it close. You have that ability because of your bending of these two, it's constantly two opposing elements, right? The water, in the sense that it's bound to the earth. I know it goes everywhere, but it's bound to, but I'm seeing it as it changes. Like there's two opposing elements, or here even too, like the sun and the moon, right? And I'm balancing it both. I'm balancing them both, kind of like the justice or the temperance. I'm bringing them both in. And when you try and mush them together, it's like it's two opposite batteries, because they can never actually, because I'm seeing it like they're like atoms, right? Like they'll never actually stick together, but it transmutes and turns into something else, like alchemists. And then goes back to the moon and the baby, right? You're an alchemist. You're alchemizing, and you're doing it very well. Come together, like, okay, so see, it's called making sense now. It's coming together, right? But when they kiss, are they really kissing, right? Not, there's still some space between there. Anything else? Guardian angels. Where have you started something? They're saying, this is just like a note, pay attention to this, because they want you to continue this or fix this, something. Where have you started something? It's like something small, sort of. It feels like something small. It's like, okay, for example, here, like two things, I guess. I'll use an example. It's like this. Like, she's drying the herbs, right? So wherever you started it, and you need to go ahead and check on it. Drying herbs. This looks like, I don't know, it looks like she's baking, and it's kind of spilling over. And this is like where something small that you started, and then you kind of set to the side, and you're expecting it just to kind of take course naturally, or however way, to go check on that real quick. Just, I don't know about real quick. I said that. It's like, where is that word? You should go check on that. Okay. They said look at this, but it's actually this card. Soul Love. Oh my gosh, and look what I put it over. Come together. I'm seeing two people in this card. I'm seeing two people here. So if you're expecting to have a little soul love, then, or not expecting it, but open to it, then this can be a strong indicator of this entering into your life, deepening. If you already have this, a deepening of this. I'm also seeing, when I see the two people in here, I'm seeing this person sitting here, and then the other person bent over across their torso, like going, like there's their legs and they're going this way. that can mean soul love. I'm also seeing it as, it's kind of like her. Like I'm seeing it like her, this protecting treasure. And again, it's like but it's from a female. This is from a female. So if you're a male watching this, it would be and you're a feminine, you know, or how, it doesn't matter about the genders, but it's the feminine coming in to love, but they feel safe in this role. It's like, I want to do this. This feels good. This feels right. And then if this is a female watching, it's like you're gonna be with someone, or you're gonna find, I don't know, you're gonna find them. It's like they've been here all this time, though. That's the strange part that I'm seeing. Oh, it's like, not strange, but like just showed up. It's like because he's in the box. He's in the treasure chest. So that's why I was like, that's kind of strange. He like it's showing up in there. But it's interesting because it shows like this is her crown, and this like jewel right here, she's like protecting it. And it's like you protecting, or if you're a female or a male watching this. Okay, and again, if you're same gendered, then it's focused on the feminine of this. But anyway, it's like the feminine here doesn't seem to, at some point, okay, at some point, I mean, this is a story with it probably ever, no, actually, no, it's not, but anyway, at some point, this feminine didn't value, but didn't value because it was mishandled her worth, who she is. And it's like, because she's not seeing that she's this queen. It's almost like taken for granted in some way, where it's like, I am giving up the crown because I never asked to have this crown. I don't care about being a queen. I care about what I'm protecting, which is sacred to me. It's my heart. It's my dignity. It's my self, like my sense of self, right? The self-worth part, all this kind of stuff. It's like that, but it's outside, right? It's like she's always been aware on some level that doesn't shape her identity. Even if it shaped temporarily her behavior, she always held on to well, I don't know if she's always held on to her connection to spirit, but spirit's always held their connection to her. So it's like she couldn't even really escape her connection to spirit, because they have always kept her close. So when she is introduced to this, it's saying, I have held out on this type of love, this type of it's like I'm giving my everything, really surrendering and giving my everything because of my deepening of connection with spirit and understanding of spirit. And this it just keeps going like this, like I'm alchemized and I am alchemizing. And because of this, I know that I can move in this connection in a way that I had never moved before. It's like the way that these two energies play with each other is steady, and there's a mental and spiritual, right? From like higher, there's a higher communication and safety that I feel that helps me in this, to be able to and the maturation of my connection to spirit and my awareness to spirit. So then they bring me back to the examples I was talking about with like the golf cart business, and the spiritual kind of your spiritual practices. And it's kind of similar, right? It's like I'm not focused necessarily on connections. I'm focused on my connection, my spiritual connection. And because of this, then that is helping me in some way operate in the physical relationship. So anyway, so we have focus, ask your soul, and inward revolution. So this is just a direct message to you, to to ask your soul. It's all inward, right? Focusing inward. I just heard you have everything and you are everything. So go be everything and anything. It will always work out. And I do want to move this a bit, because they're telling me to. It's actually this. That's how I want to be. And look at the numbers here. If there's any important numbers for you, and also and the order of the numbers, and also look at the mirroring that we have here as well. There's a mirroring happening. This is the masculine, this is the feminine. The feminine motivates also the masculine to have a deeper focus and drive, by the way. And this feels very explosive and inspiring and karmic, in the sense that the male or the masculine is empowered to break karmic patterns and worldly limitations. The feminine feels direct connection to spirit, and that has been the key in the transformation. And I'm seeing a ticking clock, tick, 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 and here with inner revolution, it's almost it's a bit of a stopwatch mixed with a pocket watch. It's a little bit of both, because the pocket watch has to be wound up, and they're literally showing me an image of this might be like a specific message too that I'm picking up of a past life, but I'm seeing a gentleman who has to correct his stopwatch. He's at a train stop and he pulls it out, and he also has a coin. He's paying a coin to get onto the train, and he asks a woman the time to connect it, and there's a soul connection there. So that's my reading for today, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.